Greetings, 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 greetings. Welcome to Juice Champs, the podcast. We are back again with another one. Thank y'all for joining YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. We're excited to be here every single Saturday. We're excited for the love we being shown. We're excited for all the exciting things we got coming up in the community. Tonight, we have a special guest, as always. Renata Plant Based will be joining me and Lachey. How are y'all doing? How are y'all doing tonight?
What up? What up, though?
Hey,
What's going on? What's going
What's
on?
going on?
Lachey, how you feeling?
I'm well, another day. We here.
Yes. Juice
Holly favorite.
Champs, always. And our special guest tonight, Renata Plant Based. What's up, sis? How you feeling?
What's going on, man? It's all love. It's all love.
Oh, always. Glad to have you with us. Honored to have you with us. You've been putting in so much work in the community. Can't wait to tell the people everything you got going on. So let's start off with that. For the people who don't know you, for the people who gon' know you, tell them who Renata Plant Based is.
Man, listen, I'm Renoda, holistic health coach, herbalist, plant-based chef. Uh, listen, I'm just out here trying to help the people become the best version of themselves. Taking somebody like me, my story, and then coming up with a way how I can help other people who was like me in a situation like me to become the best version of themselves, man. That's it.
Mm,
Short and
mm.
simple.
And you talk about your story. You said you're here to tell your story. Let's talk a little bit about your story because I seen something the other day that shocked me.
What's that?
I was like, Renata was that big?
Yeah,
Like when you was walking
listen.
on the reel, I'm like, wow, talk about that a little bit. Where you come from?
So listen, I wasn't always that size, right? So
Mm,
um COVID hit, like my profession was EMS, right? So when COVID hit, it was constantly seeing people sick with COVID, people dying, people sick. Everything was shut down. I was vegan, but I was an unhealthy vegan. I was eating the soy. I was eating, all the beyond meats and all the stuff that you're not really supposed to eat. But
mm,
people that's vegan, they eat it. So I was one of those. And when the world shut down and I was constantly seeing all that sickness and death and all that stuff, it was just like it was depressing. And then it was like I was eating, you know what I'm saying? And so I had
mm,
gained like 20 pounds, man. And I'm a person, when I gain weight, I carry it in my face, I carry it in my chest and in my like gut area. And I was just like, man, this ain't it.
mm,
this
mm,
ain't it. You know what I'm saying? I was constipated, I was bloated, I felt tired and sluggish and all that stuff. And I just didn't feel like me no more. So I was like, you know what? I gotta choose me. And I made a commitment to myself. I said in September of 2021, I said I'm gonna go on 100 days straight of working out every single day. And that's what I did. I got up every day and went to the gym and I worked out. When I didn't feel like working out, I went. I pushed myself and then I started seeing the changes and I started taking all the processed stuff out my diet, man. And I was like, this it right here.
mm,
This it
mm.
right here. When I started taking that stuff out my diet and my digestion got better, my skin got better, my vibrations got better, I felt better, I was looking better. Man, so this the move right here.
It's the
This
move. It's
it. So I
definitely the
kept
move.
going. I kept
How
going.
how did you know what to do? Like, how did you know to go on that plant based or not to do this and to do that? Like, how did you
Yeah,
know?
well, like I said, I was already vegan. So I was already kind of health conscious. I knew eating meat and all that stuff wasn't good for you. I knew that much. But I just didn't know how bad like starch and stuff was because we come from the world of you got to get your protein in, right? So I was still in that mindset that I needed to get some type of protein in. So I was like, well, I'm gonna eat some tofu then. I'm gonna eat these beans and I'm gonna eat this stuff
Mm,
to try to get this protein in. And it just wasn't, what I'm saying, connecting. And then I started researching Dr. Sabi and Dr. Africa and all these different, pioneers in the health community. And I was like, sure, let me try that. Then I just started removing certain things and paying attention to my body. And that's the thing. You got to pay attention to your body and because what works for your body may not work for my body. And so I just started paying attention to my body and started, mono eating too. Okay, yeah, I can't eat that. This, yeah, my body like this right here. And so I was just doing that, man. And that's how I got on it. I just started paying attention to my body, was in tune with my body. If my body didn't agree with it, I stayed away from it. If my body adjusted and was like, yeah, give me more, I stuck with it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Make sure y'all share the live. Thanks everybody for joining us. I appreciate the love in here. Y'all know how we do it on Juice Champs. Shay Taylor,
Absolutely.
Bobby Smith. We're not a plant-based tonight. Foreverrevolving.com
Yeah.
is where you get the merchandise. I mean, get the all their products and services. So, Lachey, I hear a lot of women talk about like Renata just said, I listen to my body, and I heard Lachey say this before. What does that mean? Because I never was the type to say I can listen to my body. Like, what do that mean?
Listen, when she said that, I wrote it down because it's something I say all the time. Pay attention to my body. Yes.
Yeah.
This is something that people don't know how to do. People are so disconnected with their bodies. Like they literally do not have a personal relationship with their physical vessel. So they will eat something. No, it's not good for them. I've heard people say, I'm lactose intolerant, but I take these pills before I have pizza. So
You
they
see what
will
I'm
be
saying?
lactose
You
intolerant
see what I'm
and
saying?
will take a pill that they were prescribed or something they get over the counter from CVS so that they can eat something that their body is literally rejecting. So, like, not only do people not have a relationship with their body, but they are defying the laws of physics against their own body. Like, they are harming their bodies. Like, people are designed to self destruct, and it's because they're
Absolutely.
eating the toxic processed crap that we call food that is not
Mm-hmm.
food, it's drugs, mislabeled as food. But paying attention to the body when you're eating something, in my opinion, has been what has been the most pivotal to my physical health evolution personally. Because when I ate something, it was my goal to feel better and
Mm-hmm.
get better. So when I ate something that I wanted to eat, but I ate it with like almost still the intention of kind of knowing it wasn't good for me. It was like an addictive decision, but at the same time, I was like, let me just see how I feel after I eat it. And if I felt bad after I ate, if I had some stomach issues, if I broke out, if I had mucus forming out of my throat, I would know not to eat that again.
Right.
And that's the important thing, though, to listen to your body after you have consumed something. So it's paying attention to your body and then listening to your body when it communicates with you.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
I push that. I 100% agree how
Absolutely.
people that we do have to pay attention to our bodies because we don't listen to our bodies when we eat things. We'll eat something and be like, "Oh, I'm bloated," and then we'll still eat it again next week.
Right. And they know what it's going to do to them.
Mm.
They know what they're going to do to them before they even do it. So that's why they go try to get the Tums, the Rolaids, and all these antacids and stuff like this when you already know that this ice cream about to tear you up. You already know
Right.
what it's about to do to you. But you do it anyway. That's that addiction. That's a drug.
Mm.
That's that addiction talking to you. You know?
It's an addiction.
Mm.
It really is.
So we talked about last time. Let's talk about this again real quick because you were so good with this. Cook foods. I see
Yeah.
you switch back and forth. You do your raw thing for a minute, then I see you make a nice plate of cooked food. What is the deal with cooked foods? How do you incorporate them, and how important or not important are they in our everyday lives?
Listen, you don't cook food is not a necessity. But we just living in a time now that, people gonna do some cooked foods, right? I'm 98% raw. I'm
Mm.
98% raw, and then 2% of the time I have a cooked meal here and there. But again, it goes back to paying attention to your body too, right? You got to pay
Mm.
attention to your body. My body feels so much better. I thrive more when I'm eating raw. That's just
Right.
science, really. That's just what it is. Because your body can digest raw foods in its raw form better than it can trying to digest something that has been cooked, right? So
Right.
I still enjoy cooked foods. I like cooked foods, but I limit it a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mm.
limit. You don't want to overdo eating, having a lot of cooked foods. But I know people are in transitions, and so you got to meet people where they are. So yeah, but for me, I'm 98% raw.
Transitions. And I see you doing your thing with the transitional help in the community. You got
Yeah.
the Raw Till 5. Raw Till 5. Talk about that program a little bit. Talk about what that can do for people and how you ran into getting into that program.
Also, listen, so Roll to Five, I called it Forever Camp for Forever Evolving. I get so many
Mm.
messages, I mean, on the daily. And you know, you got your friend message box, you got your not friend message box, and then you got your spam box. And I was looking at them and
Facts.
I had all these different messages of people. How can I change? I want to do it, but I don't know how to do it. I know I need to. I need help. I need help and I need help. And I said, I can't help every person individually, but if I can create like a program, a group, or something like that, that I can help people collectively, then that's the move. So this group, which starts August the 1st is going to run all the way to August the 31st. It's $25 to get in there. I said you can invest $25 into your own self to become a better you, right? So this is
Facts.
going to show if you really want this. So, but you got to put the work in. And so it's going to help you transition. We raw from time you get up to 5 p.m. We raw your fruits, your salads, your wraps, whatever, long as it's raw and plant-based to 5 o'clock. After 5 o'clock, then if you want to have something cooked, then you can have something cooked. But we're not cooking every single day. And I told them we're not going to cook every single day after 5 o'clock. I can give you some suggestions of something you do, but I don't eat cook food every single day. So I'm not going to cook nothing every single day because I know I'm not going to eat it every single day. But listen, we're going live every single day. We're going to do workouts live. We're going to have meal suggestions, meal ideas. We're going to cook on there. Q&A sessions. This is where you're going to ask all your questions and all that stuff that you need, answer what you need help with. You're going to get it in the group. And we'll have live engagement and all that stuff, man. So I just want to create something for the people. Yeah.
Indeed, indeed. That's what it's all about. A lot of people think we come up with these ideas just out the blue,
Right.
but it's really a response
Mm-hmm.
from the people. And like you said, your inbox be full of people asking you for advice and what to do, and you want to come up with something for them.
Right.
Talk about transition. Like, how do someone transition? Because we got the watermelon washout. We had the Professor Spear on here,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
he was all about the transition. Is transition, have you found it difficult to help people transition? What is the climate like out there for you when you see it helping people?
Transition is expectations. People have these really, really long and bizarre expectations. They feel like they gotta be from here to where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? You can't go from standard American diet to somebody like where I'm at. I didn't get here overnight. You know what I'm saying? It was a transition for me as well. So you can't look at somebody else's journey and then compare and try to figure out, how I'm gonna get there right there. You gotta stay in your own lane and drive your own lane. And then eventually you'll get to where it is that you supposed to be, right? So when we transitioning, it first starts in the mind. It's the mindset. Why do I want to do this? What's my why for doing it? Is it because I just want to lose weight? And if it's because you want to lose weight, you can go right back to what you were doing before all of this even started. But if you want to have a better quality of life, right? You got a purpose and a passion for doing this. You want this to be your lifestyle, then you in the door. You know what I'm saying? So it starts in the mindset first. So we got the mindset going, you know your why, and then it's just start to get around like-minded individuals. Who can I connect with? Right? Who can I link arms with that's already on this journey? Who can I get help from? You know what I'm saying? Who can I get in these groups with to help me and guide me? And then doing your own research, then you start taking some of the bad things that you know that's not good for you and start removing some of them and replacing it with more whole foods, fruits and veggies. And that's it. That's as simple as that. And you get up every single day and do the same thing over and over again. You repeat
Mm.
their repetition. And before you know it, you don't even have a desire for what you used to have because your taste buds start changing, your mentality start changing, everything start changing. So you're not even that person no more when you consistently doing this. So that's it, man.
That's it. You know what, Lachey, we had the bro, we had the bro carbon based cell food on,
Yeah,
and
that's
we
the
had a
family.
real good man. Shout out to my brother carbon
That's the
based cell
family.
food.
What up, Trey?
carbon-based-cell-food.com for all your herbal needs.
Yeah.
My Lachey have made a point. We're talking about how I collaborate, and like me, I'm the standard when it comes to collaboration in the community, right? So and Lachey had brought up the point that the women in the community don't seem to have that same vibe. Lachey, correct me if I'm wrong, but is do you see that or feel that in the community? Like our women, I see a lot of women doing great things, but I really don't see the unity or the collaboration like you see like us, the fellas, had started establishing. What's your take on that?
I don't see it. I don't necessarily think it's because of a certain, maybe it's not a certain reason, maybe it is a reason. I just feel like we should get around, we should attract our tribe. People that's if you see somebody that's out there, on this lane, it's nothing wrong to befriend them. I don't know why it's outside of the health community, just us as women in general. We're not as, friendly with each other in a sense of, I don't know if it's competition. I don't know, what that is there. But me personally, I haven't had any issues because I'm just a social butterfly, and I'm going to, I connect with anybody. That's just me. But I know certain personalities just don't, click like that for whatever reason. I just never personally had any issues connecting with women because I be genuinely, authentically me, and either you rock with me or you don't. And if you don't, it's all love.
Yeah.
I don't even think that there is like I have made that comment before, but that was genuinely when I made that comment. It's not like I ever really initiated any kind of project, or so to speak, to collaborate with women. It's just I guess more so I just didn't notice it, and I'm just here like, but in hindsight though, I think a lot of it mostly has to do with the fact that many women, a lot of the people in this space, they're more shy than you think. And I think that's what it really boils down to, is a lot of people aren't going to go out of their way to collaborate in general because they still learning how to be confident with creating their content. A lot of people seem far more confident than they actually are. It's easy to like, how many takes do we take on a reel or on something before we finally post
push it out there? Yeah.
So it look real good, and you got these high amount of followers because ultimately you do have a skill. Like if you do a lot of recipes and the food looks good and it looks amazing, you're gonna attract the audience. Food always gonna go viral. People are always gonna crowd around food. So say for example, you have a popular page that's growing because you have raw vegan recipes or whatever plant-based recipes. But you're still getting used to that growth. We kind of have, at least I did. I had like this assumption that because people had these like big followings that they were confident on camera. But I'm learning that a lot of people just genuinely are shy. And no, they're not going to go out of their way to collaborate because they still learning how to just be comfortable going live, like on their own platform. And I'm starting to just notice that maybe that was a projection of my own insecurity more than anything. And I'm not afraid to.
It's normal though. It's normal. But I will say this. We as women, we have so much power. We have the ability to change the whole dynamic of everything. If we can just come together, if the women can come together, we'll move the whole nation. We would literally move the whole nation. That's fact. If every woman, I'm telling you, if every woman on planet Earth was plant-based, right? We only ate fruits and vegetables and stuff like that, and some guys wouldn't. If we told the guy, you know what, I ain't dealing with you if you eating that stuff. You know how many guys start converting? If every woman was, how many guys would start converting overnight?
You ain't throwing off my pH balance. I'm not in the mood.
You see what I'm saying?
Today.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey,
we the driving force for real.
They say, I learned some information a long time ago. This is real talk. You know when twerking first got introduced, right? And they said that literally the women on the earth twerking and all of this was literally tilting the earth on its axis. Like that's how much power
That's right.
they have. Like, so if you literally get on the same mindset, like let's talk about mindset, because I heard you say something about commitment. Right. And when you in 2021, when you went on on this commitment, talk about the mindset and how did you get to that mindset? Because a lot of our women, I talk to them, they struggling with that mindset to start doing.
Listen, it's you versus you. It's literally you versus you. And how bad do you want it? Do you want to stay in the situation, in the position that you in for the rest of your life? Or do you want to take the chance on yourself and bet on yourself to better you? What more do you need after that? You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to wake up every single day and I'm going to choose me. I'm going to do today what I can do to make me better today. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I eating this stuff? If what I'm eating, is it conducive to my healing? Is it making me a better person? What I'm eating, the environment that I'm in, how is this environment helping me to grow? How are these people that's in my life helping me to grow? And you got to literally start looking at that. My environment, my mindset, what I'm putting in my body, what I'm putting on my body, where I go, it matters. It matters. You know, so wherever you go, you go. You know what I'm saying? So if you're around all this, toxicity, then you become toxicity. That's what you project out, right? So I'm changing my mindset to, even if I'm not there yet, I'm already looking at myself as I'm already there. That's when the affirmations come in. You know what I'm saying? I start speaking those things that are not as though they are. I can be down and I'm already saying, today is a good day. Today is better. You know what I'm saying? I'm more than, I'm strong, I'm beautiful, I'm confident, I'm financially secure. I'm starting speaking it into the atmosphere.
I see you too. I see you being real consistent with the affirmations.
Yeah.
Like just the work you put out there. That's so but you made a good point. If women got on the set, the women are the leaders of the community. I'm glad you understand that, because that's a strong message. If every woman was to take their health as serious as they should, then the men would definitely follow suit a lot faster.
They're gonna follow suit. Like, yes, the men, y'all the head, y'all head. But listen, what were you? We the neck. You can't turn your head without the neck. You can't. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like this dynamic of man versus woman, all this. We need each other. You know what I'm saying? We need each other. And so where your weakness is my strength, and vice versa. And that's how we got to be able to look at it to build our communities up. But it's going to take us women coming together and getting ourselves right. You know what I'm saying? And getting out of flesh and getting out of feelings and putting us first.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely set the tone.
Yeah.
We prepare the foods in the household.
I said that. Yeah.
So it's like, I remember in my last relationship, I transitioned into plant-based eating for health reasons.
Right.
But he was still a meat eater. And and that was okay, like no judgment. But I stopped cooking meat. He would eat everything that I made too, never complained. Yeah. So he was like a part-time plant-based eater, and whenever he cooked, he would have his meat. And his health improved and he lost weight because of what I was cooking for myself, because of my transition from my health journey. So it really is if we know how to prepare the food and we know how to cook, they're gonna eat it.
They're going to eat it.
Period. So it is time now we start standing in our power as women. Like we're the ones who guide the partnership or the union.
Yeah. We rearing the children, we raising the children, so we feeding them, we making sure they got it. So if we putting good food into them, we putting good food into the man, we putting good food into ourselves, we are literally watering the soil.
Right. And it starts with us doing it for ourselves.
It starts with us.
once we change, our minds change, and then when our mindset change, we in a better mood. That means we're softer in the tone and how we speak and how we
We're more
communicate.
feminine,
Exactly.
we operating in our femininity. We're doing what we were created to do and be. We able to
Mm-hmm.
be that.
That's always a good question. Saying that could either one of y'all be with a man who eat meat?
Absolutely not.
I mean,
No,
at this stage
No,
in life, I mean,
no.
no.
I can't. Because equally yoked is a thing. We talk about it in biblical aspects, but being equally yoked is a thing, right? So
Facts.
if you somebody you don't eat meat, so the people who don't eat meat and all that stuff, and so if you go into a house or you go somewhere and they cooking it, the smell is off. You get the little light headache. You get like you feel like it's deeper than food though, and that's what
Mm,
people don't understand. It's just meat. No, it's deeper than food. It's spiritual. Are you aligned? Right? Are you
facts.
aligned? And we're not aligned. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? We just grew in different directions, and we can respectfully go in different directions. But I can't. I can't. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna cook it. I don't want to smell. I don't want to kiss you after you done had it. You see what I'm
Mm.
saying? I don't. I don't. I don't. And
It's
if we talking
though.
about kids and people trying to have, you know what I'm saying? Like all that is diluted. And
Facts.
it just doesn't work. That's like a Christian getting with an atheist.
It ain't happening.
It's not
It ain't
gonna
happening.
work. It's
It
not gonna
ain't.
work.
you
You
know, when
know.
I
So
spoke,
what's the requirements? Go ahead,
hold
let's
on,
say my bad. Go ahead.
I spoke to Adama Alaji when I was getting the detox, her detox protocol,
Yeah.
and we had a discussion while so we were having a discussion. So she asked me all these questions because when she's taking your order, she wants to
Hmm.
know your zodiac sign. She wants to know
Hmm.
everything about you. It's like a full service um thing. But anyway, she was like, and what about your relationship? She's like, um, are you in a relationship? Are you married? And she's like, well, this is a good, and I'm not. And she said, well, this is a good thing for you because a lot of our sisters will call and they have all these issues and they're trying to cleanse their bodies, but they still laying down with these men that ain't on the same lifestyle
I'm
track as
telling
them.
you.
And like if you laying down with somebody who is eating toxic foods and they're still eating animal flesh and they're eating blood food and their frequency is off, when they ejaculate inside of you, that also
That
will
energy.
you're
Yes.
not being really clean. She said
You're
you can
not.
do all the cleansing in the world, but you're not cleaned if you're letting an unclean man
Hmm.
ejaculate inside of you. And I was like,
Exactly. And that's true. You're taking in all the toxins and all, from the alcohol, from, if they smoke, if they eat meat, you taking in all those hormones that those animals done had. You taking in all of that, right? And it
Mm.
bleeds over. And so it just, for me, it just don't work. It don't
A
work.
lot of people don't get it. Like a lot of people don't get it. Like you got expectations, right? So what
Hmm.
are the requirements? Like, so what if you meet a dude, right?
Hmm.
And he's trying to change
And
because
you can work with trying. You can work with
right.
like, but what is your trying though? You know what I'm saying? Like, is you just saying that
Mm.
because you want to get? Because listen, I don't have guys be like, yo, hey, I go plant based. Holler at you. I go plant based. Like, nah, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, don't do it for
Facts.
me. I don't want you doing it for me. I want you to do it for you. You
Mm.
gotta want this for yourself. And so I would have to see the changes. You know what I'm saying? I would have to see you doing this. But even still, you know what I'm saying? We gotta go on a detox and a fast together. I gotta see if you can fast for a few. You can If you can't fast for
Facts.
a extended amount of time, then baby, no.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That's a so do a lot of men come to you for help? How like do you have a different approach in helping men than you do in helping women?
Yeah, see, it's a little muddy with the men.
Mm.
It's like because a lot of men have different intentions. You know what I'm saying? And so they would try to come through you through business, but low key really trying to holler at you. You know what I'm saying? And I
Mm.
don't can't mix the business like that. So it's real like, man, you know, but and you can tell after a while, you can be like, oh yeah, they own something else. And then I just, you know, exit left or whatever. But if you really trying to come as a man and you want help, I'm willing to help, man, woman, child, you know, whoever that want to help, but don't try to you come through me that way to get to me in another way.
They
Yeah.
said she loves Kim. Said Renata ain't playing out here. That's a fact.
Listen, I'm not, man.
To
Because
do
listen, I
business
love me.
sometimes.
I love me. You know, and no shade to nobody who on a different lifestyle. I was there. I was there. You know what I'm saying? So I know,
Facts.
but so that's how I know is you don't understand because your mindset isn't there. Like once you change your diet, your mindset, everything changes, and you don't know what that feel like until you experience it.
Hey, I made a post today. I said walking around knowing I eat all fruit and everybody else know it too, like in the city, especially where
Yeah.
I'm from. Like everybody see you, that's their first words. Oh
Mhm.
man, la la la. So, but I was telling my son's mother, I was telling her like you got to get to it because she doing fruit up till 5,
Mhm.
and I was telling her you got to get to a level where you eat all fruits and then you'll see the difference.
Mhm.
Most people never see the difference.
They
So when you
never.
do imagine Kev Ramon, Bobby Smith, these numbers you putting up,
Yeah.
108 days on straight one fruit and stuff. Can you imagine the mindset that you
Listen,
have?
I did 100 days raw. So I
Indeed.
know. I listen,
Yeah.
the downloads, the clarity, the mental flight. You go through all the feelings.
Mm.
You feel what I'm saying? You go through all the feelings. It be days you just be like, you know what I'm saying? You just good. Then it be days like you had these little thoughts like, man, like, cause you see everything, you peep everything. It's like stuff that you probably wasn't seeing clearly before. Now you really see what it really is. And sometimes that can hurt. You see what I'm
Facts.
saying? You can lose some people along the way. And that hurt,
Mm.
but
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
versus you.
You versus you all the time. Let's talk about this. So you are a plant-based eater.
Mm-hmm.
You help people. You do the herbs. You got your
Yep.
services. You got your products. We're gonna talk about those too. What's a day in the life like of Renata plant-based? Like, let's start like literally talking about your start to finish because I've been big on this
Yeah.
because I do the master your mornings now. I see you joining some of the times doing the
Mm-hmm.
master your morning, so I know you
Yeah.
up and at it. Talk about the start in the day. I mean, the day and how you live in, and giving people a brief vision of it.
All right. So first thing first, I'm up at like 4 a.m. every single day. I'm up
Mm,
4 a.m. I'm up. I make my bed up first and foremost. Then I go into my affirmations. I say my affirmations, and I go into my meditation, and then I do my stretching and stuff like that. I go fix me some tea, some herbal tea or something like that, and then I'm doing a workout or I'm out walking. You know what I'm saying? And I'm getting my
mm,
days. Then I come back home and I start doing orders and stuff like that for business or whatever, and get my day started that way. I don't had a full day's worth of stuff done by 10 a.m. And you realize, like, dang, it's
facts.
just 10 o'clock.
Facts.
It's just 10 o'clock. Well, let me start working on stuff for tomorrow, And so
Facts.
you have more time when you get up. So a lot of people say, well, I don't have enough time. I'm tired. If you start your day earlier, then you got time. You got time for you. That means if you had to get up at 4 a.m. to make time for you to do that, yeah, that's why we're saying we creating healthy habits. Creating daily healthy habits.
Mm,
And that transitions into, a healthier version of you.
facts. It really is levels to this
Yes.
because, like, when I first started my journey, like, it was all about fruit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, because that's how I started off and that's how I came online. So it was like this fruit up or die. You know what I'm saying?
Listen.
But as and you see me, you know what I'm saying? So as I go along though, and I'm really starting to put that work in,
Mhm.
and like you said, this is about so much more. It ain't even really about food.
Right.
It ain't really got nothing to do with food when you start really
Nothing.
putting that work in. That food comes secondary. Um, do you do anything outside of the fruits and the herbs and stuff like that? Somebody in the chat asked about enemas. I know Lachey. I know you were doing talking about enemas with Adama Alaji. So,
Yeah.
what is your take on enemas and things like that? Is that something you do? Something
I
you
don't.
recommend?
Listen,
No.
me personally, I feel like we can get enough fiber, minerals, water in the fruits and stuff that we're eating, right?
Mm,
Um, and that's supposed to come. You not. I shouldn't have to stick something in me to get something out of me.
mm,
You see what I'm
mm.
saying? So if you eating the watermelon, you gonna go to the bathroom. If you eating your greens, your kale and stuff like that, oh, you gonna go to the bathroom. Right. And
Mm.
if you ever in a position where, like, because I know some people when they transitioning or something like that from a standard American diet to a more plant-based diet, sometimes you have pockets of undigested food in your bowels and stuff like that. But it's techniques and stuff that you can do, like drinking warm water with lemon or lime and some cayenne pepper in there to first thing in the morning. That's gonna help rev up your digestive system. Doing abdominal massages in clockwise positions, doing your stretching and your yoga. A lot of people don't realize how beneficial just stretching and yoga is for the body. It helps with, circulation. It helps with digestion. It helps with mood. It helps with mobility. It helps with all of that stuff. So the Most High God, whatever you subscribe to, put all this stuff on the earth for us to do that, right? You cannot go back and holler at our ancestors and say, "Hey, did y'all use enemas?"
Facts.
They didn't. They didn't. It's a lot of stuff that we're doing in today's culture that was unheard of back then. You see what I'm saying? So I just think it's a more natural approach to it, and that's just me. I do everything natural though. That's just my take.
So I want to interject.
Yeah.
Um, so I started doing the enemas
Uh huh.
since then. This is something I have never done
Yeah. Yeah.
up until recently, and because I was also the school of thought of you, like, okay, so there are no enema bags in nature. There's
Hmm.
no enema bags in the jungle. And I agree with you fundamentally.
Right.
And I agree with you in a perfect world as well. Like if you do go back and ask the ancestors if they were enema bags, they're not going to say yes, but they did also live in a different world where there wasn't this modern day
Hmm. Hmm.
industrialization of
Agree.
these toxic food like products. So
Hmm.
now we have to approach things a little bit differently, in a sense, depending on a case by case basis, not across the board.
I get
Everything
you.
is one size fits all. With
Hmm.
that being said, this is what convinced me on at least trying the enemas with my as a protocol. So it's a part of a daily hygiene regimen. So
Hmm.
if you are, because cleansing and detoxification is a lifelong thing. This is a lifestyle
Hmm.
practice. This isn't something you just do periodically, right?
Right.
So this is how it was, given to me that made me think, you know what? So just like how you get up every day, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, you take your shower, you do all these things to clean out the outside. Now, doing the internal enemas are also a part of that. It's like you're giving yourself almost like the internal shower where you're cleansing your gut manually. So you're
Hmm.
drinking. And this is only with the clays. I don't know any other way of doing enemas. I know there's like coffee enemas and all these other types of ways of doing
Yeah.
enemas. Um, I am introduced to it by doing these clays. Now, the
Hmm.
clays are, this is like something that's deep, deep, deep in the earth. So it's highly magnetic. And a lot of what we have consumed in our lifetime has been designed to not come outside of us. It's been designed to be addictive, and so that we continuously go back to eat it, which we have done numerous times for a multitude of years.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of it we can cleanse out, surface level, the stuff that's caked up and like in poop form. I don't know how do I say this, and like in compacted waste form.
That's what I was saying.
You
They
know,
still stuck in like
it
different pockets and stuff like
yeah,
that.
it
That's what.
comes out, right?
Hmm.
However, Adama, she said a lot of it is still trapped in the cells. And
Mm-hmm.
she said a lot of it cannot just come out with food because of how powerful those industrial toxins are. So she said the clays, because we're doing the enemas with the clay water. So the clay water is attracting a lot of the deep toxins that are, like trapped in the stomach. So
Mm-hmm.
it's bringing out a lot of the toxicity that is that is being attracted to it, because it's like very magnetic. So basically, it's just an assistance in what the food is already doing for you. You're eating the fruit, you're drinking the certain herbal teas that's going to help stimulate the bowel movements. You're
Mm-hmm.
doing all that, and then you're doing the daily clay enemas, because those clay enemas are further attracting certain toxins that cannot come out of you, she said, otherwise. um and but if you haven't watched that interview, I'd highly encourage you to watch that. And that's not
Yeah.
to convince you of anything, she just explains it a lot better than me.
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
but yeah, so Professor Spiro was also another one who was big on enemas, but he does
Mm-hmm.
the lemon water enemas.
Yeah.
And
Now
he said,
I drink the lemon water. I just won't go the other route. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Like
like it's
yeah,
not
yeah, yeah, yeah,
going in. It's just a
yeah.
manual way of of
Right.
extracting,
Yeah.
to loosen up some waste that's in the
Mm-hmm.
colon. And he said that there's people at this point, like Professor Air and all of them, they'll do the enemas and they get like a gallon in their gut, but they're so used to doing them, they'll literally do handstands and all
But they
kinds of
become addicted to it. So now you have to do them. You're saying you like some people who do like stool softeners and stuff like that. Over time, you adapt it, so it's like I'm not gonna have a bowel movement unless I do this enema. I'm not gonna have a bowel movement unless I take this right here. So it becomes like if you have to do it every single day, then I was like if you would have said, you know what, every now and then I do it, but every single day I'm just like,
It sounds like
you
every
know,
day as a detox protocol. It isn't
yeah, yeah,
something I would just do every
right.
day. Like, I will
And
do that.
also in America, we don't go to the bathroom how we should go to the bathroom, right? So our anatomy is designed to us to squat to actually go to the bathroom, right? So if you don't have one of those stools where you can put your feet up on and go to the bathroom and let you know what I'm saying, let nature go how it's supposed to go, then that's how people get a lot of issues and stuff too, by sitting on a toilet and going to the bathroom when we actually should be squatting and going to the bathroom.
Yeah, I have like one of those, what do they call it? Potty squatties or
Potty
something like
squatting, yeah, yeah.
Mm. Very good discussion, I see. Okay, about the enemas going on. Do you believe our ancestors used clay? No. So clay's enemas, those are like the same type of things, right? Like enemas are taken from the
It's a
external into the
solution.
internal,
Right,
and
right.
the clays you drink, and they okay. So
So you
that's
No,
the
I
drink
think
it,
biggest
that I
difference.
no,
and you add the clay in the enema water.
so I think with the clay you
Okay,
do both ways. Yeah.
Hmm.
okay. So that makes sense now. That makes a lot more sense. So when you talk about these different types, so when you talk about different types of herbs and medications, sea moss,
Mm-hmm.
what do you use sea moss a lot? Why do you use
Daily.
it? What's the benefits of it? And talk about your products that you're using it.
So for CMOS is your daily multivitamin. Instead of going to getting those one a days from CVS and Walgreens and all these places, getting those one a days to get this little bit of good in there and the rest of it chemicals, right? You go to your CMOS to get all these minerals in it, right? So a lot of people think we need vitamins and we need all this, all these proteins and fats and starches and all that stuff when we really need micronutrients. We really need minerals, right? Your iron, your zinc, your potassium, your magnesium. We need all of those. So that's what CMOS has. All of that, right? So it's good for energy. It's good for iron. It's good for skin. It's good for hair. It's good for everything. Like you can cook with your CMOS. People don't know sea moss is like a binder, so you can put it in your mushroom patties and burgers, and it's gonna bind together. You can put it in your products, like you better know it. That sea moss
That
body
fire.
wash. You know what I'm saying? You can put it in there because it's good for your skin and it's good for your hair. So
Mm.
overall, sea moss is just good for you. You can put it in your smoothies, you can put it in your shakes, put it in juice, sea moss juice. you know. So I'm a big fan of sea moss.
You know, one of the reasons I became skeptical about CMOS is because of the outsourcing.
Now you got to be
Where
careful.
are where are people getting it from?
It depends on certain people. Like you should be getting it from like Saint Lucia, Honduras, and somewhere in the islands, somewhere where they directly get it out. Right. So, but it's sea moss has become taboo. It's become a trend, and so they growing it in swimming pools. They growing it in different places and stuff like that. So you have to get a reliable source, somebody that you trust, and then stick with them, right? Because like I said, a lot of people out here selling sea moss, and they don't even eat healthy, but they selling sea moss because it's product. You know what I'm saying? It's making profit off of it. You can make profit off of it.
Facts, facts. And I'm gonna tell you like this: I'm a huge advocate of the CMOS soap that you got.
Yeah.
When I came down there and vibe with you in Atlanta, I had you bring me three bottles of that thing. So those are very powerful. I cannot I don't use nothing else.
Yeah.
Like literally, I don't use nothing else. I can't use nothing else. It's very, very powerful. So Curtis Love, shouts out to you. He definitely right
Appreciate it.
about that. Indeed, indeed.
I use the body wash. So I use it for my face. Yeah,
Yeah.
and my
Mhm.
body. I love it. Yeah, I'll be reordering as soon as it starts to. It's running low. It's getting
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Mine's always running
Appreciate
low.
it, man.
So Renata, talk about the state of the community to you. Like, if you had to sum these up, like like what's going on, which from your perspective,
Mm-hmm.
what do you see? Is the state of the community or the health community or our own community where you at alone? Is it headed in the right direction? What
Absolutely.
advice or what are you seeing that you can tell the people?
I think we are growing and going in the right direction. You starting to see way more people get on the wavelength of eating better. They may not be fully all the way there, but they being more conscious of it. You go to certain restaurants, you see more plant-based options. You seeing go on social media. Like I got it to where most of my social media, everybody on my social media is on a health journey, right? I
Mm,
don't see nothing else in my algorithm outside of the people that's on it. You know what I'm saying? So we
facts.
are growing and going in the right direction. I think we still got a ways to go, but I feel like if we continue doing things like this, continue collaborating and stuff like that, and we bring it everybody audience together, we can reach more people. But I definitely feel like we're going in the right direction.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Indeed.
I feel like
Was you
we're
gonna
the
say something,
foot
Michelle?
soldiers. I feel like we're the foot soldiers of expanding the consciousness and awareness for the health community. Like
Yes.
where I love our presence, especially like how you said the power of women. I love
Mm-hmm.
our presence and our initiation to do this for ourselves, especially like you and I, both of us coming from the past of like having being overweight,
Mm-hmm.
having certain kind of health issues that are typically normalized, and us like overcoming those and us losing the weight and having transformations, because it's a lot of women who want to start health journeys because they want to lose weight more than they actually want to be healthy. And
Exactly.
like no matter like what the motivation is, it's good
Mhm.
that they at least want to
These
lose weight,
lose right.
but I would much rather them want to focus on actually wanting to be healthy, because the natural consequence of being healthy is losing weight. Um,
Mm-hmm. That's the
and
benefit of it. Yeah.
it's like a natural benefit without
Yeah.
even trying hard. You won't have to try to lose weight because you're just making health conscious choices. You're pivoting from eating the calorie dense food to the more nutrient dense foods,
Mm-hmm.
instead of focusing on, oh, I get to eat whatever I want. And then they're taking like Ozempic or Wegovy or these like alternative things, these pills, and doing these surgeries,
The
which
quick
is pretty much,
fixes, and that's
yeah,
what I'm saying. That a microwave fix. We want it right now. Because we got everything at our fingertips. We can go get something right now. You know what I'm saying? But it takes time. It takes practice. It takes patience. It takes consistency. Right? It takes all of those things. And yes, it's going to take us women doing our own due diligence and coming together to 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 take this where we need to go.
yeah, it's the character development. It's
Mm-hmm.
who you become on the journey to lose weight, on the journey to be healthy, that showing up for yourself every day, that's when that's the true transformation. The
It
transformation
is.
is in the process. But
It's
if you're just being told we need, like, oh, I can just take this pill and all I have to do is reduce my
I like
portion of
that.
pizza.
I like that. The transformation is in the process. It's in the
Mhm.
it's in the process. You won't even begin to appreciate the journey because you didn't go through the process. You
Mhm.
skipped everything and then went, and this, listen, this is no shade to people who go get surgery. It's no shade to people who go do outside things to make them be a certain way. It's no shade at whatsoever. But what I'm saying is, if you don't get the wherewithal, the skills and the knowledge to be able to maintain that, you're gonna be right back where you was before you spent that money. When you can just get the foundational knowledge, learn how to eat, because a lot of times we eat because we feel the feelings. Everything is food, is a feeling. We eat when we sad, we eat when we happy, we eat when it's a wedding, we eat when it's a funeral, we eat, and we're not correlating all the diseases and things that we have to the sickness that we have. Right? You don't correlate that. That's why when you see somebody go to a funeral, they have at the repast, they eating the exact same food, that got their loved one in the casket. But we don't correlate that. We don't make that connection. So we got to change our connection with food.
Um, Let me ask you this: if somebody, I like that you said that the power is in the, would you say in the process or the
It's in the
transition?
process. It's in the
Yeah,
Transformation.
process.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. Somebody come to you,
Mm-hmm.
right? Unhealthy. Just say an obese woman come to you
Right.
unhealthy. What's how you treat that? What's your first steps? Take me along the process that you would put somebody or support somebody on.
So first, I like to I want them to talk before I start talking. So tell me about yourself. Where are you coming from? What's your health conditions? What are you on medications? What's your lifestyle like? Do you work out? Do you work? Do you work at home? Do you work at somewhere where you actually moving around? What's your day-to-day like, right? Because that tells you a lot about a person, right? And you get into their mentality, where's their mindset at? Because if their mindset is fragile, then I got to come at you in a different way than
Mm,
versus somebody who has a stronger mindset. They just need a little bit more push. Then I can really get in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already know what you need to be doing. Then this is what we're gonna do. This is how we gotta do it. Versus somebody who's more, you know what I'm saying? They ain't there yet. They still need a little bit more push. All right. So tell me what it is that you want to get out of this. Right. So
mm,
then when I hear your goals and stuff, all right, now we can strategize a plan. What do you eat day to day? What's your typical day of eating look like? Right. So that, you know and you got to pull out some of them, because some people, they might say, well, I eat fruit or I eat this, but it ain't matching. You see what I'm
right.
saying? So
Right.
I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, we got to be real and we got to be honest, right? Because if you got to want this more than I want it for you, right?
Mm,
So then we just lay it out there like that. Like, do you have any blood work? Do you have any diabetes? Do you have any of this? Okay, so let's start formulating a plan. Okay, well, I need you to take these herbs right here. This is the herb that you need to take right here. You need to take this certain amount of days here. Now, this is what you're gonna eat every single day. For your first meal of the day, we break and fast with fruits, high water rich fruits. Not bananas, not nothing like that. We want your melons, we want your berries, we want your apples, we want stuff like that. That's gonna be your first meal of the day. And eat enough till you get full. You know how some people get those little bitty old bowls or something, man. I'm still hungry. Like, you see what I'm saying? And you see people like us, we got a whole watermelon sitting there, like,
facts.
eating.
Facts.
Boy, that
But
get
it's
under
the
my skin.
right, because it's the mindset. They feel like they gonna gain weight off of this right here. I can eat a whole watermelon. I'm not gonna gain no weight. But they looking at it as, I'm eating potatoes, I'm eating rice, I'm eating beans, I'm eating this meat. If I eat all this in this standard American diet, I'm gonna gain weight. So it's got to mean that I'm gonna gain weight if I eat a whole watermelon over here, right?
Mm,
They don't have the knowledge of food. They don't understand the science of food. So we got to start there. So just formulate a plan for them, tell them this is what you should eat, this is how you could do it, giving them little alternatives, and then tapping back in with them. Like after a couple days, tap back, how's it going? Are you still doing it? Some people are, some people end up falling off, you
Yeah,
know?
and in the coaching world, which
Yeah,
we in, and
yeah,
Lachey, I'm sure you can attest to this. People don't like to listen.
they
People think
don't.
they can coach the coach. You know what I'm saying? But when you are serving other people, you
Yeah.
serving people at a very high level. What's some of the biggest issues that's
Mhm.
coming to you, like that people are facing? What's some of the illnesses and some of the things people going through that's coming
Ah,
to you for
man.
assistance?
PCOS with the women, um, thyroid issues, um, obesity, diabetes, high blood pressure, erectile dysfunction, infertility, cancer. All these things. You, um, STDs. That's another big one. You
Mm,
know, so a lot of these issues, but it's coming from. And I try to tell them all of it is from food. I don't care if
yeah.
you're diabetic, if you high blood pressure, if you got cancer, if you did, it's still gonna be the same thing that I tell you to do.
Mm,
Basically, you gotta change your diet, you gotta change your lifestyle, right? You gotta stop eating the stuff that you know is contributing to it, and just teaching them about food, man. Teaching them about food and changing your relationship with food. We don't eat for pleasure, we eat for nourishment,
facts,
you
facts.
know?
If somebody came to Renata Plant Based
Yeah.
with and I know, and just so we put this out there, we're not medical physicians, we're not
Oh yeah,
doctors,
yeah,
we're not
yeah,
none of
yeah.
that. But if somebody came to you and said, I got cancer, like, do that scare you, or are
No,
you just know what you doing?
it doesn't scare me. And here's the thing: a lot of medical professionals, a lot of white coats and stuff, and then a lot of people, when they hear the C word, boy, they already making funeral arrangements.
Mm,
You see what I'm saying? People already start making funeral arrangements. They say these big words to people, and they start scaring them, and simple things like that. And I simply tell you, we gonna go raw. You're not eating any cooked food. You going plant based. You gonna eat mostly fruits. Mostly fruits. We eating fruits. We on the sour sop. We on all that stuff, right? And
facts.
start breaking it down to them because they be ready to go get that chemotherapy. They be ready to go get that radiation.
Hmm.
They be ready for it. You know?
Yeah. I hear so much in the community behind it. Like when I'm talking to the people, and I've never been one of those people who say, I can help you do this and help you
Hmm.
with this and that. Because one thing about me, I came in with such simplicity.
Yeah, yeah,
And I just wanted to stop drinking and stop eating meat. So
yeah,
I didn't know I can't cure nothing. I can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like all I can
yeah.
do is tell you to get. But the problem what you say is the hardest thing to do is get people to do
To
that.
do
Eat
it,
right.
to just to right. And here's the thing though, like. Uh, it shouldn't take a doctor or somebody to come and tell you if you don't change your diet, you're gonna die tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Now we trying to figure out what we can do to not die tomorrow. But you done did 50 years of damage to your body and you want to correct it in 2 weeks. You can't drink you know what I'm saying, a glass of herbal tea one time and eat some mushrooms or eat a watermelon and you think you good. The
Facts.
first question they get, well, how long it's gonna take?
Yeah.
It's gonna take as long as it's supposed to take.
Hmm.
That's you just gotta you can't focus on the time, you just gotta do the work. I wanna
That's
every day I wanna live. And I'm gonna give myself, I don't care what the outcome may be, I'm gonna give myself the best chance every single day, putting in the right stuff in my body, doing the right things every single day. I'm gonna give myself a fighting chance. But no, we go straight to chemotherapy. We go straight to radiation, and we still eating trash. We still
mm,
eating what caused us to get the cancer in the first place. That's what we still doing. You see
Facts.
what I'm saying?
We
So if I tell you, like people, if I tell you what to do, I can give you the blueprint. But then you go, oh man, I don't know about that. Well, see, then I work this, and then I be home, and then I gotta go pick up the kids. Okay, so when are you gonna prioritize you? When
excuses.
are you gonna stop making excuses and prioritize you?
Who gonna pick up the kids when you
Oh,
in a
right,
bathroom, you in a box?
right.
You
When
know,
when
like
when you not here no more, who gonna do all that stuff? Who gonna do all the stuff that you say you got to do when you're not here anymore? Right? So focus on you, focus on fixing you, healing you. That way you can be what you need to be to everybody else. But if you ain't your healthy, whole version of you, you can't be nothing to nobody else. You're useless. You're useless.
Facts. Facts. This is crazy. Hey, reduce and replace. That's a fact. So
Yeah.
when we like before we go any further, I gotta ask you. So your commitment, right, to
Mm-hmm.
helping people with health, your commitment to helping people change their lives, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if you had to give somebody a mission statement, like who you are, what's your purpose? What is it?
Helping others become the best versions of themselves holistically.
Mm,
Helping
mm,
others become the best versions of themselves holistically. And I got to add holistically in there because we want to do everything by nature, by God. We want everything holistically. And that's mind, body, and spirit. That's why I say it's deeper than what you put in your body as far as food, right? You got to have your mind right. You got to have your physical right, your spiritual right. All that is an alignment. That's holistic health.
facts, facts.
Yeah.
And that's what we in the age of family holistic health.
Yeah.
Lachey, you got any more questions for Mrs. Renata Plant Based at the current moment?
I don't know if I have questions. I'd like to piggyback off of what she said about mind, body, and spirit.
Hmm.
I
Please, please.
I think it's important for us to truly start understanding that we are not our bodies. We are just the operators of our body.
Hmm.
If you say my body, that literally means that the body is not you because
Right.
it's yours. So you have to
Mm,
learn how to separate your spirit from your body and realize
Hmm.
that stop allowing the body to feed the body and start allowing the mind to command the body on what to put inside of it.
You just said something there.
mm,
You just said something there. We got control over body.
We do. We command the body. The
We
body is a humble
command.
servant. The
Absolutely.
body is a humble servant. So start separating your spirit from your body and stop saying, I'm addicted. I'm addicted. Yeah, your body's addicted, but your spirit is not
Yeah.
addicted. Your spirit
Mm-mm.
is perfect and whole already. We just have to start focusing on the unconditioning, the deprogramming. And
Mm-hmm.
as you mentioned earlier, when you start eating certain food, you start craving what you eat. That's because the gut microbiome
Biome.
will
Mm-hmm.
crave what you feed it, but you
And
just got to initiate it and get started. And it all starts with the mind.
that
So
parasitic. Yeah.
you're not a victim. You're only a victim to your programming. But when you
Absolutely.
realize that you're not your body and you're just the spirit occupying the vessel, now you can
Mm-hmm.
start commanding the body on how to not make self-destructive choices.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I am are powerful words. So start with your affirmation. Start with your mind. I am healthy.
I
I
am.
and when the I am tells the body what to do.
Absolutely.
mm.
We command our body. We have more control and more power than we give ourselves for. You know what I'm saying? Credit for. Command it. If you sick and tired of being sick and tired, you gonna do something. When you get sick and
Mm.
tired of being sick and tired, but don't wait until you got a foot in the grave to try to do something. Do something now while you able body, while you got the use and activities of your limbs, while you got a good mind. Do something now. Don't wait till you dependent on strangers to do the basic necessities for you, like feeding you, giving you a bath, and all that stuff. Don't wait till you dependent on other people to do the basic stuff for you. Do it now while you can. Do it
Facts. And
now
you know
while you
what?
can.
I want to ask you something. This question came out of just came to me
Yeah.
because I'm dealing with a lot of people in my family and stuff. Like, are the people in your family, like your
Mhm.
not just your immediate family, but
Right.
like your aunties, uncles, second cousins, third cousins, how are they healthy? Is it hard to penetrate those people?
So here's the thing. Like, I'm the only person in my family on my lifestyle. Both sides. The only person. Um, but what I will say is they don't eat healthy, but they see what I do, right? They see me do what I do, and it's inspiring to them. So I know they wheels are turning. I know because certain times they'll hit me up like, "Hey, I ate fruit today, or I ate this today." Like, so I know they watching me, and I know they
Mm,
picking up on things, and I know they try to do little stuff here and there. But they not all the way there. But I appreciate them at least doing something. Like when I send little videos of somebody making some mushrooms or doing something like that, they may send me some videos or something like that, or they might be like, "When next time you fix something, invite me over to cook something." So they willing to eat it. You know what I'm saying? If I make it, they willing to do certain things. I ain't gonna say they gonna go all the way plant based, but little small steps. Listen, I'm proud of that right there, man. I just gotta
indeed,
continue being me, continue being the example, and continue leading and guiding. Which is
that's it.
sometimes you the own you it.
You
Right.
it, you
Sometimes you
it.
gonna be it. You gonna be
That's
that person, and it ain't when you first start out, it can be tempting. It can be, like, dang, I feel lonely. I feel this, I feel that. But you gotta, like I said, mindset. You gotta have the discipline to know that, nah, this is what I am, this is what I'm gonna do. And so now they know, like, Renata not gonna eat nothing. They know that. They know not to offer me certain things. They may even say, "Well, I can go pick up something like that." You don't have to do any of that for me. Like, I prepare myself before I go somewhere. I'm gonna eat before I go, or I'm gonna have my food with me. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Or I'm gonna eat when I leave. I'm strong minded. So
Yeah.
yeah, don't bother
I
me.
asked that. I asked that because I'm dealing with that same type of stuff. Like my
Yeah.
daughter, her birthday tomorrow. Shouts out to my daughter, sweet
Happy
16
early.
tomorrow.
Happy
Yeah,
early New Year.
yeah, and yeah. So she like, Dad, I'm going to Texas Roadhouse. I'm like, what am
Yeah.
I gonna do at Texas Roadhouse?
Right.
Like
Right.
so, and that they like it's like my people just still don't really get it.
Damn, get it. Yeah.
Because if you did, we wouldn't be at Texas Roadhouse. We wouldn't be doing
Right.
this. So
Right.
it's like that's why I asked that question because they seem the toughest to penetrate. But
It is tough.
this has been an extraordinary conversation, family. Like I love it, I appreciate it. And Lachey, if you ain't got no more input or questions for Renata, I was going to definitely because what we like to do here is give y'all the floor,
Mm-hmm.
plug whatever you got, tell the message whatever you got, and it's all yours until we get up out of here.
All right. So listen, I got the Raw Till 5 Forever Camp. August the 1st through the 31st. It's $25 to get in. You just inbox me. We take Zelle, Cash Out, Venmo, Apple Pay. We're gonna go live in there every day. We're gonna work out. We're gonna do eat good. We're gonna cook on live. We're gonna do Q&A. We're gonna do everything to help you transition to a healthier version of you. So if that's you, then make sure you tap in with me. Say you want to join the Forever Camp, and then I'm gonna plug you in. You can go to my website, foreverevolving.com, for all your holistic health needs, herbs, sea moss, natural skincare, sea moss body wash. We got ebooks, we got all of that. So if you want a consultation, you can go on my website and book a health consultation. We can go all the way from A to Z to get you where it is that you need to be. So if that's you, make sure you tap in, make sure you plug in with me. All right. Foreverevolving.com. We out.
Foreverevolving.com.
Oh,
And I'm
but
going
I
to tell
do want
y'all,
to say
oh, go
this to
ahead.
you though, Bobby. I do want to say this before we rock out, man. Listen, I just want to commend you on your growth. Yeah, and people may not give you your props for that, but if you've been following Bobby, you've seen the growth from eat fruit or die to helping everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because in the beginning, I was like, man, I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like he doing fruit. So like I don't know if I can work with him because you know what I'm saying? He was coming strong, like eat fruit or die. I don't know if I can like be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just such a nurturing and like all it. But then when I start seeing the change, I start seeing the growth and you start helping people and you start like I see it, right? So a lot of people that you look up to, they look up to you too. They might not tell you, but they do. And so I just want to give you your flowers for the platform, for doing what you're doing, for your growth, man. Continue going, continue striving, continue being you, and don't let nobody change that.
Man, that is so much love. I appreciate you, sis.
Yeah.
Like for real, because I look up to you. I appreciate everything you do, and
Mm-hmm.
you very inspiring. So, and me and you about to start a
You
relationship to where
know,
we gonna be setting the world on fire anyway.
you
So
know,
it's all love, and I definitely appreciate that. We about to put the
yeah,
work in and really serve the people at a very, very high level, and that's
already.
what it's all about: serving the people at a high level. And I appreciate that. I am truly a servant of the Most High, meaning I am the servant of the people.
Mm-hmm.
And with that being said, Lachey, you got any last words?
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for popping on the Juice Champs podcast. I got my watermelon and sea
Got my
moss
juice. Got
juice,
my juice.
you know. So I want to say thank you so much. We don't have a podcast without your viewership. So
Nice.
continue to tap in. We're gonna have another fire discussion, high level conversation next Saturday, 8 p.m. live stream, and always broadcasted on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So thank you again. Thank you so much, Renata, for coming on. We appreciate
Appreciate
you.
it. All
Your
love.
energy just makes this a high value, high level uh, platform. So thank you so much. And, Bobby, of course, we're a great team. So I guess we can
Always.
end it on that.
Indeed. Thank everybody for joining. Fruit Up family. Make sure y'all tune in, support yourselves like y'all support everybody else. Fruit Up family. Much love. Love, love. Thanks, Renata. I
Love,
appreciate
love.
you,
All
sis.
right.
Love.
Love you. Bye.
Peace.